Ku nyumba ya malamulo kunaima phungu uyu wa Chikwawa East Honorable Ginford Maulidi amenewa anayima nkusambwaza boma la achakwera komanso a Mumba kuti iwo watu anthu asawachemererero kuti iwo ali ndi utsogoleri pamene nthawi imeneyo ankalola kuti azikwanje aziyenda ndi zikwanje nkumakawapseza anthu nthawi zisankho. Izi akuti MCP akumakonda kuzinena makamaka pamene akunena kuti achakwera anavomereza kuluza kwawo bwinobwino. Iwo akunena kuti zimenezi sizikusonyeza kuti iye ndiye anali mtsogoleri wabwino pongovomereza masankho, chifukwa kuvomereza kuti aluza zisankho ndi zili m'malamulo kumene zimenezi ndi zoyenera kuti anene, koma sizikutanthauza zonena kuti iwo anali munthu wabwino. Ndi akunena zinthu zambiri pamene pakunena kuti akhala bwanji munthu wabwino pamene amawalola anthu nthawi ya chisankho ija kumalola achina Mumba azikapita pa national television kumapangisa ma press briefing nthawi ndi nthawi kunena kuti asavomereze zisankho. Ndi akhala bwanji mtsogoleri wabwino powatuma anyamata azikwanje nkumakaenda nkuwaopseza anthu amene akufuna kuti akawerengere mavoti. Ndi anagamba zambiri mmenemo kulisambwaza boma limene lapita lija. Kukulandirani kulikonse kumene muli pa
Malawi Today.
Malawi lero. Takhala ndipo mpukuti mumve zambiri.
Of Chikwawa East constituency for electing me as their servant for the next 5 years. I promise to serve them with all my heart and strength and to do so diligently. I also extend my gratitude to my family, friends, well-wishers, faith leaders, along with the DPP leadership at all levels, who have supported me morally, spiritually, and financially. A special thanks to my father, Faisal Baron Maulidi, and my mother for believing in me and allowing me to pursue this challenging path. To my brothers, Reverend Paxton Maulidi, Mike Maulidi, Wells Kabokos, Foster Tipiwa, and all my siblings, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, I say thank you. I would also like to acknowledge Senior Chief Makwira, T.H. Putula, and all my group village heads in Chikwawa East constituency for their support. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me also salute my predecessors. This include late Honorable Simbi, late Honorable Osman Kembo, late Honorable Clement Kembo, Honorable Lagson Kamunda Chirwa, and Honorable Roderick Mbanywa for their service, for they did the service to the people of Chikwawa East constituency. They did their part, and now it's time for me to do my part. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I would like to express my appreciation for the detailed mid-year budget review statement presented by the Honorable Minister of Finance. The measures outlined in the budget reflect a commendable effort to address the pressing challenges facing our nation, particularly the struggles of poor Malawians. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the economic challenges highlighted, including high inflation, food shortages, and the contained foreign exchange market, are indeed a reality for many in this country. The proposed National Economic Recovery Plan and its focus on stabilizing the economy and fostering growth in key sectors such as agriculture, mining, and digitalization are a crucial step towards alleviating these challenges. Investment in these areas will create jobs and enhance economy for the vulnerable populations we represent. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I'm particularly inspired by the commitment to enhance social protection systems. Strengthening social safety nets will provide much needed support to those who are most affected by the current economic climate. Many families are struggling to meet their basic needs, and it is imperative that we ensure they have access to essential services and support. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, based on the presentation by the Minister of Finance, it is clear that there is much work ahead of us, and this requires every Malawian to participate. we all have a role to play in reviving the economy, especially given the extensive looting by the previous government. We have experienced numerous tragedies during the past 5 years of MCP governance. While I will not dwell on the Chikangawa tragedy, but allow me to share some of the socio-economic tragedies we have seen and experienced. The annual allocation of 67 billion to state residences, which was exhausted within 6 months. That was a tragedy. The over 21 trillion debt that has led to increased poverty in this country. It was very unfortunate. The hunger crisis that has left many Malawians in dire need. It was another tragedy. The absurdity of purchasing fertilizer in butcheries and pharmacies was yet another tragedy in this country. And not forgetting the $6.8 billion Bridging Foundation grant. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, considering the suffering endured by the people of Chikwawa East constituency under the MCP regime, I feel deeply offended when some honorable members from the other side of the aisle praise the previous government and refer to their leader as a statesman. Well, that's the beauty of democracy. We can call whosoever and whatever, everything. But Madam Speaker, one does not become a statesman by merely conceding defeat. That is part of the electoral process in a democracy. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, you tell me, what kind of a statesman allows his trusted men and women to go on national television and call for press briefings every 2 hours while counting votes is underway and proclaim, we got this, we got this. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, you tell me, what kind of statesman will lead Panga boys to cause havoc in the streets, hugging innocent demonstrators, hugging innocent teachers? Madam Second Deputy Speaker.
Can I hear the honorable member in silence, please? Honorable members to my far left. Honorable members, can I hear the honorable member in silence?
Madam Second Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members from my far left. Can I hear the honorable member in silence? Thank you. Honorable member, continue.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, we had an experience in with these Panga boys in my constituency. They came and caused a lot of havoc.
Honorable member for Palombe South, order.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, we had an experience with these Panga boys in my constituency. They came and caused a lot of havoc prior to the elections. They removed the flags of other parties and started beating up people.
Deputy Minister for Gender,
that
order.
Was undemocratic.
Deputy Minister for Gender, order, please. Thank you.
That was undemocratic. Unfortunately, Madam Deputy Speaker, people at the Kate Trading Center reacted and it ended in tears. Such acts should never ever be tolerated in a democratic Malawi. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, in all seriousness and fairness, I have to tell you, I'm privileged that in my life, I have seen a real statesman in flesh and blood. And that statesman is none other than Professor Arthur Peter Mukali. And Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I will tell you why. I'll just give you 2 reasons. First, in 2020, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika gave up a government that he won fairly and squarely for the sake of peace and for the sake of Mother Malawi and for the sake of Malawians. He didn't want the Malawi to bend down. Secondly, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, in 2024, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika stepped away from his comfortable life and his retirement at Page House living the beautiful waters of Lake Malawi, the beautiful sand of Lake Malawi, and us at the core of Malawians. So who are so determined and we are tired of the MCP regime. And he accepted their call and he saved them from this regime. That is statesmanship. That is little statesmanship. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me comment on East Bank Road. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Kukhala East constituency are so grateful.
Honorable member for the
President.
Zakasina. Please.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the people of Kukhala East constituency are so grateful to our dear President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for committing to continue the construction of the East Bank Road, which was initiated when the DPP was in power. This road, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, was neglected by the previous regime for the past 5 years, despite being mentioned in the SONA and included in the national budget. Their only achievement was renaming it to Gwanda.
You have 2
Highway,
minutes to go, Honorable.
just as they did with the Jabananga Road, which was renamed to Sidigmia Highway. However, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I wonder, how could they rename a road that they were not going to construct? By renaming the 2 roads, did they mean, by renaming these 2 roads, did they mean to honor these great sons of the valley or humiliate them? This was an embarrassment to the people of the Great Valley, considering what these great sons of the valley did for MCP. The late Right Honorable Sidik Mia spent his fortune to change the face of the party. He spent billions for the party. But Madam Second Deputy Speaker, what pains us the most is that during his burial, no cabinet minister or senior party official was present. To us, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, to us, the cause of his death knows, only God knows. But one thing is clear, we were robbed of a great son of the valley, who contributed significantly to the development of not only the Shire Valley, but Malawi as a whole. May his humble soul continue resting.
Order, honorable members.
On food security. On food security, Madam Speaker, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, one of the major challenges that the people of Kukhala East constituency face is hunger. Although we experience hunger almost every year, the past 5 years have been particularly severe. For the first time in my life, I've seen the people in my constituency surviving on nyika, potato peels, wild tubers, and nkaka. It was really terrible. I'm glad that our president, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, has committed to providing free meals for the hunger-stricken Malawians, including the people of Kukhala East constituency. We are so grateful to the president. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, every year the Shire Valley experiences hunger due to unstable rainfall patterns. We either have too much rain accompanied by floods or too little rain, resulting in drought. The only way we can redeem ourselves from such challenges is to shift from relying on the rain-fed agriculture to irrigation farming. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, with the 5 billion constituency development fund, we are hoping to renovate and expand existing irrigation schemes and introduce solar-powered irrigation pumps to irrigate our land, which will help us combat hunger. In the same vein, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I appeal for a speedy execution of the Shire Valley Transportation Program, which will also benefit the people of Kukhala East constituency. The project has progressed at a snail's pace for the past 5 years, and we are worried. The Shire Valley Transportation Project is a game changer for the people of the Shire Valley. Once completed, it will enable many households to achieve food security. On secondary education, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would like to applaud the State President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for introducing free secondary education. This initiative will enable more boys and girls in my constituency to complete secondary education, which was previously a tall order for many children, especially those from Watapua households. The introduction of free secondary education aligns well with Malawi's commitment to achieving sustainable development goal number 4, which seeks to ensure that all girls and boys complete free primary and secondary education. Let me comment on the 5 billion constituency development fund. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the 5 billion constituency development fund is a game changer for Malawi, and I would like to thank the President for this consideration. the CDF will transform Chikwawa East constituency. But I'm second Deputy Speaker, with the 5.2 billion annual injection in Chikwawa East constituency, we'll be able to, among other things, upgrade community laws in my constituency, such as laws to Chagampatuka, to Jeke, to Mitengo, to Tsapa, Nyaulombo, Kanyimbiri, Ole, Mitawi, Mazongoza, Karindombo. Construction of under 5 clinics in the constituency, but also initiate solar-powered irrigation schemes and expand the existing community irrigation schemes. Only disaster management
with those few remarks, Honorable.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, let me conclude. I thank God for giving us Professor Tapita Mutali and keeping him alive and sound. You may wish to know, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, that leading to the elections on the 16th September, Professor Tapita Mutali endured many insults from MCP. Some tried to prevent him from contesting, others went as far as wishing him dead. Unfortunately, some of those who wished him dead are now gone themselves. You cannot wish death upon someone. Life belongs to God.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable.
Madam Secretary Speaker, let me assure you, Madam, that the APM will finish his term.
Oh, yes.
And those who wish him dead will go before him. And let me thank, in a special way, thank the First Lady, Professor Gedro Mutarika, for standing with our President and the insults and the bad wishes, and she's a good example to all women. And finally, the message to MCP. Madam Secretary Deputy Speaker, it is my
Honorable, I see Honorable Minister for Information. As Deputy Leader as well. Deputy Leader.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Honorable members, remember the day before yesterday, I did say how to cheer a member of parliament whenever he has done. Yes. Thank you.